Mexico!
We got this, this is what I run on my car, because I got tired of this happening too. They work pretty good. So today I'm going to put this line on, fix the one line blew out, put the alternator off the Trans Am on it, and strap it down, see if it works, make some pulls, maybe turn it up a little bit more. Kind of just do like a little check, just to see how everything's going. This is the fuel hat from our friends over at Horsepower Factory. It's been working fucking great. So that got blowed out. I think it's just cheap hose. Yeah, that's completely destroyed. The other two seem to be different. The actual pressure coming out of this pump did that. I believe this is the hose that comes with the fuel pumps. So. Okay, so if you see the pipes off to the side, I pulled off the exhaust and tried something real quick. Maybe the bends are hurting horsepower or something. Here goes. Getting the trickles off the shelf. We're thinking went to go get the other motor over at Bose. See what needs to happen on these. They're probably due for a refresh. I mean, they came off running, but figured new motor in the Sierra. Might as well do it right the first time and refresh everything. Get rid of stuff that we don't need.
Bro, I never thought that those things would see the light of day again.
Frozen and carbonate.
Pure best car heads.
Yes.
I don't know why Aldo put two different color fittings on there, but that's just Aldo. So I'm gonna act like they're the same color. Yeah, so these are the 6-bolt heads from the Trans Am. What's great about having the Trans Am and doing another LS-based vehicle is that the Trans Am is literally a treasure chest of parts that we can just rummage and steal from it. So the Mustang has the Power Glide. The Sierra's getting the transmission. We didn't take the 9-inch from the Trans Am because it doesn't fit on anything else we have worked on yet. But give it time, we might find something. Yeah, I mean, so it's a treasure chest. But I think once we put that car back together, it'll probably be like a nice 1,100 horsepower setup. You know, I think I want to do a pro touring build with it or something.
You haven't tried forcing it?
No, no road course. Just like a car that we could get in and go. I mean, we can get in and go on all of these, but it'll be like F-150 level. Get in, it's turboed and down Fairmont.
I was thinking maybe like a big cube, fucking LT something, stick shift.
Yeah. Submit that request to accounting and let me know how that goes.
Okay. Gregor!
They all look good. Spray them down with WD-40.
Send them. Yeah, that one got fucking...
It's fine, just change the plug and carry on. Yeah, we're gonna go visit our friend Halston over at H Squared. He has been doing the Trans Am motor at least 10 years. We were one of his first customers, and I took him a bare LSX block. He's good at doing these. I think the Sierra will barely even be scratching the surface of what this motor can hold. I mean, we were trapping, I think an 8.1 at 178 was my best pass in the Trans Am. I mean, the Sierra might do something similar to that one day ET-wise, but the motor should definitely be strong for it. Got a Dragon Slayer crank, billet rods, has a bunch of badass stuff in it. So fun times ahead. I mean, if we make 1,400 with it, that'd be cool. I don't know what those turbos are good to. I guess we'll find out.
Max them out.
Yeah. We are on our way to pick up the Holly for the Sierra. Hopefully we can get that and the new motor installed here within the next couple weeks. We got a bunch of projects to catch up on. Happy Valentine's Day, Richard.
You be my Valentine, Levi?
Absolutely. Shout out to our friends at Spike Performance. We ordered this thing from a company maybe 3 or 4 months ago. We ordered 2 of them and only one came in. Decided to give it to the customer thinking the other one wasn't too far behind, and here we are. So just had to pick up another one.
I say he hung this up because he knew you were coming.
It's like when you clean your room when the bitch is finally gonna come over and let you hit. Dude, have a motor here ready to go. I ain't paying $15K for an LQ9 though.
What the fuck?
Ain't that right, Halston?
What's that?
Is that a fool's born every day?
What's that?
Look at your 15,000 LQ9 bucks.
Yeah, acrylic rods, good parts, man.
It's only good for 1,200.
It's ready to go. Good luck getting any of the parts that are in it. And we got the rear cover on because that's a pain in the ass, but cleaned everything too, just so it's all ready for you. I didn't know we did parallel cooling. I mean, you need parallel cooling unless y'all are making a bunch of power on this.
Maybe like 1,400.
I wouldn't run it without it, but that's your call.
Remember you told me you lost one of these?
Old cam. It's my custom Brian Tula cam. It's a 5.0, so it helps. Unless you want to use the Torquer cam.
It's up to you.
Is it good? It's not all fucked up?
What do we do with these? New springs? Ooh, boy, that stuff is nasty.
A rod stretched, right?
I don't remember. Had 3 rods that were bad as far as heat.
One of them might have hit. I don't remember which.
That one didn't hit. Yeah, nothing hit, but need to surface them, tear them apart, clap all the valves in, make sure everything's good. Because we already upgraded the valves back in the day, right? Yeah. So.
How long are you looking at for something like that?
This week. That's all we're doing. As long as nothing's wrong. I mean, sitting that long, there's probably a lot of corrosion. It's going to need a valve job.
Yeah.
Sure.
Jeez. And now we wait for Brian to knock a couple thousand off Bo's price, or we see Ryan running around the corner. It means like we gotta go and like look this up. We're gonna have to like
throw it over your shoulder.
Oh yeah.
No problem.
Easy peasy. Iron block. I got it. No, if we're going to jail, we're definitely going to jail.
So wait, why is it red?
It's not red. It's bow tie orange. All LSX blocks come like that. This is GM's aftermarket performance block. It comes with 6 bolts per cylinder head instead of the traditional 4, which most of y'all already know that. For those of you that don't know, yeah, this is what we step up to when you want to make a little bit more power reliably. 13, 1400 we're going to make it through this thing is just going to be a joke to the motor. But we could probably do it on a 4-bolt block and be fine. We had this laying around, so might as well use it. We got refreshed, new rods, new pistons. We'll have to make a decision on what kind of cam we're going to put in it. We're going to run the old LSX cam that was in it before, or the one that's in the Sierra right now. Kind of just go from there, see what happens.
Now, is this going to be immediately thrown in the truck whenever we get back?
No. It's going to be a good 2-3 weeks before I can get to it. We have another personal project I can't disclose yet, and then we pull in the white truck and start swapping stuff over. So that's going to be fun. I think now would be a good time to purchase the solid motor mounts for the truck. The way nothing flexes, nothing moves. Yeah, it's got the baddest of the bad in it. You know, billet rods, Dragon Slayer crank. I think we went with shelf pistons this time around, but they're still good pistons. So we'll see what happens. I was chasing issues on the Sierra, just trying to get a number out of it, but I think either the crankshaft is starting to walk on us and is losing crank signal, and it ends up backfiring, or we're fighting an issue with like the 2-step or something. Just put the video right here. But yeah, it's anytime we try to turn it up, it just fucking backfires out of the blue. And I've already skimmed through everything, looked at everything, nothing jumps out at me. So I think it's either going to be in the logs, we see the RPM signal disappears for a split second, and that's whenever it backfires. To me, I feel like the crank's walking and it's getting away from the crank sensor. I mean, you gotta understand that this motor is from 03. It's got over 100,000 miles on it. Those Gen 3 motors, the rear electrical wheel on those was pressed on. It's not tack welded like the Gen 4 and Gen 5 stuff, but it is what it is. If you see back here, on the back of the crankshaft, there's this front of the motor. Right here, we got this electrical wheel. This one's actually welded to the crankshaft, but on the Sierra's factory motor, this is pressed on. So we could be having an issue where that's starting to come unglued, or the crank is walking back and forth and it's losing what we call RPM sync. It didn't blow up or anything. We can still drive it, still running on like 15 pounds of boost or so, but what's the point if we can't turn it up? So I'm gonna yank it out, put this in, and then we also purchased the Holly finally. So the other one never showed up. I don't know where they're at on that. We got one now to put on it. Set up all the same safeties, the boost cut, the fuel pressure cut. It's 4-wheel drive, so we don't need like no fancy stuff like dominators, traction control. The Terminator would be just fine for what we're trying to do with it. This is a really analog truck. I think it'll work out just fine.
That's a paper mache check.
You're gonna have to back up under me a little bit. Don't record this shit.
I was just watching.
So on my truck exhaust.
Well, do you need an expedited or you just need a regular?
I don't need it expedited. I want it as quiet as possible. 355, I rebuilt the Vortex 350.
Bro, from what I'm paying you, and I know what you're raping these customers, you can afford an LS swap.
No, I can't.
I need to look at your books and see what's going on then.
Still with the spider injection stuff?
But I need somebody to tune it when I'm done. Can you tune those?
No.
You can't?
I don't have the software.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get it tuned. It's got a little Whipple on it.
So
Oh, really? Since I sponsored this, you're gonna sponsor the exhaust, right?
you didn't sponsor this. Well, if you want it done the same day, I have to charge you $800 expediting fee.
We'll be able to get these done this week. I don't see that being a problem.
Let me know on the gaskets. Did we factor that in, or you haven't factored that in yet?
I did.
You motherfucker. I wanted to write one check. Later.
picture
Is that the big
profile.
screen?
No, it's just a little one. I can make all the stock gauges work.
Oh, that's for the until the other one gets here.
Yeah.
And that's mine.
Yeah, LSX is in the back.
Oh, y'all got that already?
Yeah. They're ready, baby. Were you here Saturday whenever this bitch was fucking backfiring loud as
Yep.
fuck?
Thought about it?
No, it's like crank walking.
Oh, you think it's actually moving?
Yeah. So the log, all three pumps fucking works great. I fixed the voltage issue. The X-Link has been acting up for a while. Yeah, it's just that anything past 15 pounds, it fucking does that shit. It could be the MSD, but I doubt it.
Are you gonna put the other motor in today?
No, not today. Shit, we don't have the heads. Bo has the heads right now. They're gonna go through them and then make sure none of the valves hit whenever the motor let go. And then, yeah, shit's fucked. Like one of the bearings was, it spun that motherfucker hard.
Good luck with that.
Ready for the fucking wall.
It is.
Wow. Acting like a fucking clown. I knew it was coming.
bitch is heavy as fuck.
I knew it wasn't gonna stop. I literally called it.
Get bonus, güey.
Ah,
Nunca me da bonus.
There goes the bonus. Send a picture to Jesse.
Bonus. Ain't nobody getting no bonuses around here.
You quit before you could get a bonus.
It's your fault. That's not my fault.
It's my fault he quit. And then just I'm gonna buy you one of those little patch kits I see on TikTok.
I hope there's a live
No,
wire back there.
ramen.
I did, motherfucker. I did. I'm comprar el sopita, el ramen. Like I got the shrimp flavored.
Hey, there's a package for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Fucking Adam.
Oh, really?
Stupid fuck, I already know you sent
Alright,
this.
good shit.
Another chocolate dip. I can't eat this. I have,
Diabetes.
what's wrong with me?
Hey,
I
What's
can
wrong
lift
with you? That's a long list.
Oh fuck.
up. Well,
Show the people.
Let me see it.
No.
Let me see it.
Ooh, so vascular.
Chris,
Is that bigger or smaller than yours?
where'd you get an exact replica?
But you got frostbite on yours or what?
Wow.
You gotta take a bite.
No.
Why are you eating it balls first? What's up guys? Thanks for checking out the channel. We have a 2021 F-150 here and we're gonna dyno its stock and see what it makes. All right, 2021 F-150. We're gonna do headers tomorrow and then we have a nice Whipple kit on it, stage 2, that we're gonna throw on here in the coming days. Still no real tuning available other than the canned Whipple tune. What do you think it's gonna end up making once it has headers?
530.
You think so? 530? I'd say 550. No, it's a stage 2. It's supposed to make like 650, I think. Let's see what it makes stock and then we can reevaluate and see what it's gonna make with the blower on it. Whee! It maxed out the speed limiter. What it hit.
110.
108.
Yeah.
It looks like one of my kids' drawings.
Yeah, it probably has 87 or fine. It's a baseline. As soon as they're done with that header job, we'll move it over so they can start on it tomorrow. Given that it's speed limited and octane limited, I don't know what fuel he's running in right now. It'll probably make a little bit more, but I'm curious to see what it does with just the headers on the same tune. We'll see.
It looks the exact same.
Alright guys, now we have installed some long tube headers and a Borla catback system. This is still pre-Whipple, so we're gonna see what it makes. It made 356, all stock, unsure of the octane that he has in it, so it might not pick up anything. I'm assuming it'll pick up a little bit, but let's see how much the headers are worth on their own. Still untuned. That was fifth gear maxing out at like 110,
382, 409.
but it only went up to like 5,500.
Yeah, that was in fifth, and they hit the limiter. The speed
So we'll
limiter.
try fourth. We did it in 5th gear, but it only lets us get up to 5,500 RPM because of the factory speed limiter. It's still on the factory tune, and it made 386. We did it in 4th to try to get more RPM out of it. I mean, it went to like 6,500, which is still, if you know anything about Coyotes, that's not really that much of a RPM range for them. In 4th gear, it still made 386. So if we were just able to turn off the speed limiter and actually go through the RPM range at least 72, 7,500 maybe, I think it'd probably make damn near 400 with just headers. Keep in mind, you know, it's a 10 speed, and usually on the Mustangs we dyno in 7th gear for that 1-to-1 ratio. But in the trucks we don't do that because of the drive shaft and not wanting it to exit the building or the truck. So good baseline, 352 bone stock, 386 with headers on the factory tune. We'll come back when we have the Whipple on it and see what it does. I think it's gonna double that.